Thank you, Prime Minister. Ismail CEM, perhaps you could help us to understand the role that Turkey can play in the coalition, particularly vis-à-vis the Muslim world, and also the role that Turkey can play in helping us all in the dialogue with the Muslim world on values and human rights, accountability, transparent democratic systems, etc.
Well, thank you. I think that what Turkey tried to do vis-à-vis the coalition and as to her role within the coalition, I think we have contributed to the conceptual basis of such a coalition. And from the outset, we tried to put in some ideas, some perceptions, which might help the coalition to go along healthier lines. Well, first, I remember right from the beginning in our conversations with my colleagues in the West and in the East, I tried to say that terrorism does not have a religion, that we cannot bring up connotations between Islam and terrorism or Christianity and terrorism, that terrorism has nothing to do with religion, and defining terrorism on religious grounds will be one of the greatest mistakes which will hinder such a coalition. Then the second conceptual approach that we had was that terrorism does not have a geography. This is to say we cannot differentiate between terrorists and terrorism, which takes part somewhere in Asia, in remote corners of Africa, or in Western Europe. They're all the same. There is no difference between terrorism or terrorists, which some of us regard as, well, not so bad people, and others regard as awful people. That we cannot tolerate terrorism as to its geographic location and as to its targets, targeting some parts of the world being considered as understandable, and terrorism targeting other parts of the world being considered as non-excusable. So terrorism, no matter where it is located, no matter its targets, is the same terrorism that we all have to fight together. And third, that terrorism does not and cannot have a justification. No matter what the goal, no matter what the cause, that we cannot accept terrorism as a means. That was one approach that we had tried to bring to the attention of public opinions and colleagues all over the world. Within these lines, Turkey has tried to be a factor in the quest for dissipating policies, in the quest to have objective guidelines, and I believe in that sense we were particularly effective through the Organization of Islamic Countries, which is made of some 56 countries with predominantly Muslim populations. And of course, with our participation into the coalition and with our role, we tried to tell everybody, show everybody that what we are doing all together has nothing to do with a fight against a certain belief, against Islam or whatever religion, that it is a fight against terrorism. And Turkey, being a country of predominantly Muslim population, being a country which was considered to be the leader, the spearhead of Islam for some 7 centuries, and Turkey taking part in that coalition was an example by itself that our fight is not against this or that religion, but it is against terrorism. Then the contribution, the role of Turkey as well was enhanced by its very particular position, by its particular cultural identity, because being a country which makes part really of a European background, European characteristic, and of Asian background and Asian characteristic, belonging to both these cultures, our role was to show, to prove, to make others see that we are not there to promote a clash of civilizations, as some encouraged everyone, but on the contrary, Turkey's role was to promote a harmony of civilizations, and that this was possible. In fact, on the 12th of this month, we are having in Istanbul a forum, the first of its kind, which will bring together EU member countries, candidate countries, and OIC, Organization of Islamic Conference, member countries and observer countries, and we hope that this forum of foreign ministers will contribute to a better understanding. Finally, we believe that Turkey has as well a role, because Turkey is a paradigm of modernization. And as a paradigm, as a strong paradigm, it is not for Turkey, for us, to really try to force our model on others, but being a model de facto brings up something, some concept, some experience that others look up to and others draw lessons for themselves. So I believe that so far the coalition has worked well, and so far we tried to do our best to contribute to that coalition. And with my colleagues here, I hope as well that this coalition will be for a fight against terrorism, but for peace and understanding as well. Thank you.
Aung San Suu, what should be the role of the UN